again, it's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about it since the beginning of Opinionation. Oh, yes, we have. Since day one. And here we are. So wait a minute. You telling me that ET is here. You telling me that they sitting at what y'all call Congress. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The title of this show is Contact. See, I got the movie Arrival in the back here. You know, like y'all might as well put ET.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm about to catch some contact right now.
You know what I'm talking about?
Shit, this is
Hassan over here looking like you know what I mean, like the son of ET-ish. You understand me?
I'm a gray.
He's a gray black. So what you're saying to me? Okay, let's set it up correctly. Let's set it up.
What's been going on this week? Must aliens attack or something?
So I know
did I miss something?
You don't look at mainstream news. I get it. Last Friday, Congress held hearings on UFOs.
They held one today too.
Hold on, let me set it up. Let me set it up properly so that we know what we're talking about. Last Friday, the U.S. Congress held hearings on UFOs where they had military folk confirm the validity of extraterrestrials. Okay, did everybody hear what I just said? Everybody's been under a rock since last Friday. Congress had a hearing questioning military about the validity of extraterrestrials. These military folks said that, yes, we have extraterrestrial bodies and aircrafts. Okay, go.
Let me tell you something. They found UFOs. I found UFOs.
Hey, the Nephilim have bad bitches, clearly. Cronus, you're from Saturn. So they finally said your peoples is here. Now they said that these are little gray folk. You are big black man. So how's that work? Y'all related? Y'all cousins?
Wow. Not my turn.
Know them niggas.
Can't hear you. Speak up a little bit.
Said, nah, I don't even know them niggas.
Okay. I mean, I can hear you barely. I don't know if you need to turn up on your mic. But you said you don't know them niggas.
All right. How about now? You hear me now?
Yeah, look, that's a little better. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know them niggas.
How you don't know yourself?
You don't know yourself.
How you don't know that yourself?
I know me. I know me. I don't know them.
Kenny.
That you are them.
Kenny.
I'm here.
How does it work, Ken? Come on. Now we've been talking around the issue since about February, right? This panel right here. Now, okay, we didn't know the future. Well, some of us did, but some of us didn't know the future. And now we sit here post disclosure. Did I just say that? That out of 53 years of my life on planet Earth, Kenny, and you right here with me, we are now post disclosure. Kenny, what say you? Just anything you got.
I got to go throw some salt in the game on that one.
Uh-oh.
One, I always believe there is something out there more than just us. Also believe they bypass us and see that we still primitive and keep moving. But I'm still one of those. Yeah. Do I fully believe the government and everything? You know, now they want to tell me what we've been kind of knowing. You know, what are they up to? It's my thought.
You're pushing the ball along. We're going to get there, but you in the right direction, Hassan McCullough, the resident interstellar traveler. So what say you? I mean, you didn't even know about this information. You didn't even know because you up in the mountains. You up in the mountains.
Well, I know the aliens already exist already. So, but I wasn't tripping on, you know.
Well, you know, listen. It's one thing for certain people to know, for certain entities to understand and know something. It's another thing for the U.S. government. Come on, let's put the gravity on it. Let's put the gravity on it. The U.S. government just came out and admitted that there are aliens and that they have alien bodies in spacecrafts, bro. Like, how are we just moving past that? Like, oh, okay. I mean, I get it. We all may have individually understood that there's life teeming all over the universe, but for this corrupt colonial, probably interstellar government to admit it, we're in a new day. But we gotta at least admit that, no?
Yeah. But why? Okay, if we are in the new day, as you're saying, why isn't it all plastered on the news and shit, and everybody ain't talking about that the most?
Okay, Hassan, you literally do live under a rock. Well, like I mean, like Hassan, and I can appreciate that you don't look at TV like that. I can actually, but it literally is on it's like in the commercials, it's on the internet, it's everywhere. What are you talking about? Like, it's everywhere, bro. Joe Rogan.
Well, that means I have
it's everywhere.
Then. Is it everywhere? They not talking about the boxing match? My bad.
Which box? Okay.
Oh my. Okay. I didn't really know it was everywhere. I seen a meeting today on that I was looking at about the live meeting.
It happened last Friday, and it's been on the news every day. I mean, it just. I mean, between that and Trump, being indicted, but I mean, the alien discovery is kind of like, huh?
If you waiting on them to get your knowledge and information, then you's a fool.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Like, I don't even turn to them I turn to them to find out what's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get that.
The only way to discern the reality is look at the opposite of what they talking about. Yeah. Okay, so Kenny,
where we go from here?
How does religion stand in this era now? Like, I'm dead up. Like, how does religion stand in the face of alien reality? How does that work out? Does the Bible and the Quran talk about aliens, or how's that do?
So the Bible and the Quran talks about what God created here. It says the creator of all. So how does it interfere with what you believe?
I mean, you're asking me a question with a question.
About this. I think we talked about this, where there's a passage where Jesus says, "In my Father's house there are many mansions." So when he talks of many mansions, was he just talking here, or was he saying on planet Zorba?
Planet Zorba again.
Planet Zorba, Planet Exroth. Maybe they're believing and debating like we're debating.
Okay, so, I'm not even mad at that. But why the vagueness? For such a book, why the vagueness? Why do we have to figure it out? Like, why is it? Well, 1 and 1 is 2, or until it's 3.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I mean, if he gave you things that pertain to right here, why are you necessarily? How can you necessarily worry about something that maybe you'll never get to? Or
are you talking around this question?
Always.
What the hell's going on here?
That's talking directly to it.
He's talking around the fucking. This is weird.
That man is a track star. That man Kenny Memphis is a track star.
Kenny, you are talking around the question.
How is that talking around it?
Because listen, man. Because when you talk about religion, it keeps you on a construct where you're stuck on Earth that only believe in earthly things. You don't think of you don't believe in aliens. You don't believe in none of that shit, really. If you did, then why would you become religious and stuff if you believe in other powers that actually are more powerful than the deity on your planet?
Oh,
that doesn't make sense.
Two things. One, you haven't confirmed anything at all, and then you all of a sudden making them more powerful.
Well, wait a minute. Wait.
You already know they will be more powerful because they come from another planet.
When we say confirmed, I mean,
hold on.
The US just came out and said they confirm that they have alien bodies and alien ships, bro. How much more confirmation? I mean, I don't know.
But what does that have to do with what you believe religiously?
Because it wouldn't make sense if it was other alien beings, and then you stay limited in this planet space. You will believe that there's much things more greater than you. You would have to. You
The
have
books
to.
would, I think, wouldn't a good book touch on otherworldly things other than this minute place called Earth?
Just a little.
Why
And
would
also,
if the things that pertain to this place, why would you worry about something? Or again, if it's somewhere that you might not ever get to or can be at, why would it concern you?
But they're here. So that's the point. In that book,
if you never heard about, like, you would like to know about Europe or China or Japan, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Those
have
are
you
things
ever
that's
been
here,
there?
right?
You've never been there. But
Those
did you
are
even
things
think
that's
about
here.
going there?
We can't necessarily.
Okay.
I don't know if we can step on planet Jupiter. So am I concerned with Jupiter?
Jupiter is supposed to be a gaseous giant, but so it's like not really a surface.
Yeah,
But
but the pressure on Jupiter, they're saying the pressure is so great, it's making diamonds as it rains or something like that.
How the hell do they know that? That's another thing. How the fuck do they know that?
How
Do you
about
think
if
they're that smart?
How do they know
What if
that
I
anything
told-
is at the bottom of the ocean? Is a lot of
Well,
times
no. What if I
speculation.
told you? What if I told you couldn't even leave this Earth, like this firmament, like we're enclosed, like
Flat plane.
look at Chris.
that
Chris
was,
got
and
everything
the
coming at
Earth
him at
is
once.
not round like they say it is. Wouldn't that just like debunk a bunch of things that's written in the Bible? Well, not even in the Bible, because the Bible actually mentions the firmament. It doesn't even talk about a round Earth.
It sure doesn't.
So again, though, the point is, I have never come across passages in the Bible or the Quran. I've read the Bible twice where they speak of aliens,
They don't.
other worlds coming to this world in crafts.
They don't.
Like, never heard of that in the Bible. Never heard of that.
The Quran does not. To be very fair,
But on Star Trek and Star Wars, all the time, visiting new worlds, landing, staying invisible so that the natives don't see you and your technology. Oh, all of a sudden the natives saw us. Oh, those themes have been played out a million times.
Dom, let me ask you this question, Dom. If your name is Dom and I start calling you Clifford, wouldn't the boy Dom lose all all the praises that he was supposed to be getting? Like, if you're the person that's supposed to give me let's say you're my bank and I'm supposed to get my money from you, but yet I go to Mellon Bank and be like, well, nah, it's a bank though, right? Like and I'm only saying it because of your boy Yahweh or Yasus, who they call Jesus. Like that ain't even his name. So who are we praying to, or who do we think we praying to? And if you know his name ain't Jesus and you still calling him that, then isn't something wrong there?
No, I mean, in this world, it's completely right because everything backwards is right in this world. What you mean? You can go, listen, your savior, you don't have to know your savior's name. What you mean? Why would you need to know your savior's name? Listen, why would you need a savior? Okay, cool.
You better know who you're praying to.
Yeah, I mean, see, I'm a lover of the sun. It comes up, I see it every day, and I meditate to it. I don't believe in things that I can't understand because then you can suffer. But last Friday, this thing called Congress, right, that folks vote for, that folks they had a symposium within Congress, within the halls of Congress, and they were talking about aliens, and they had military there telling the world that alien bodies are in their possession and also multiple alien spacecrafts. This is what this government has said, man. This isn't my narrative. I'm just kind of, talking about it and seeing how we can kick it around because to me, it shatters almost everything. I don't know how any paradigm can stand up in the face of there's something here more powerful than everything. Okay, I got another question. Let's kick it along. Chris, Cronus, let me ask you this, man.
It's true.
Let me ask you this, Cronus. You there? Illinger. Okay. Hassan.
Yes, sir.
If
Oh,
the
wait, hold on.
military admits, and this is what they did. See, you don't know this. You didn't watch it. But
No, I
the
didn't.
military admitted last Friday in Congress that they have no weapons or no technology that can stand up to this alien race that's been zooming around. This is what they said. I'm telling you what they said, not what I'm saying, right? So if that's the case, Hassan, does that mean that the takeover has already happened?
Yes, that would mean that.
Oh, somebody
But
know
see
to
that,
right
so
here.
okay, so that's what I mean. If you already know there's something that's greater than you, and you have been told lies of this other greatness, you will automatically snap like, hold on, something ain't right. If their society they were telling me about it's been greater than me, and then if somebody comes and overtakes us, it make me think like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean,
See, this is where I keep saying I believe there are things out there or beings out there.
They not out there no more. They're here.
Well, in a way they are, but they are not.
Dude, they said,
he said they are, but they're not
right now, dude. You're
I mean,
literally like you're being in denial right now. But
me,
we're talking on Star Trek.
But hold on.
Right, we're talking. Hold on. Now we're talking on Star Trek, and they just told us that aliens are here with their spacecraft. I mean, we're like, come on, man.
All right. So until they walk into a shop, let's say, you know,
Kenny, are you doing that, Kenny?
I gotta still continue my life. My life don't stop because someone said is aliens out there.
That's a thing. Yes.
But hold on, before you go into that, let me ask you this. The first thing we always go to is there are things out there and is more powerful than us, is some greater being, is way more powerful than our military.
That's what the military said, bro.
Hold on.
That's what the military
said. Why are we not ever going to the spot of, hey, there's something out there that has mastered transversing through space. What can we learn from them? Why are we first to act towards aggression? Because in light of if someone is coming from another planet and is able to have that technology, there's a lot to learn from them. So
I'm with you on all that, and
this ain't like let's go
they
to the
are
neighborhood.
doing. That's what they are doing. They've always learned from them and stuff. That's what they have done.
I can believe that, but at the same time, like I said, we constantly look for let me find the chinks in your armor so I can be greater than you. Maybe let me learn from you, and then we can solve why we still using fossil fuels and why people dying of cancers and different things like that. So
for sure,
it ain't always let's go rumble.
But that would be assuming that these people or these entities are benevolent. What if they are malevolent?
But also assuming that they're not.
No, listen, at the end of the day, you know, we're talking about, like you said, something that has high technology. I would hope that we're just like little ants and like, you know, we don't even register, but clearly if something's been captured or something's here, we've obviously been watched for a while and there's some interest in us. So hopefully we're not chicken. Hopefully we're not
fighting. Or we could let's go by this planet where they tripping and see these fools and maybe somebody smoking some space dust crash. Who knows? Again, I think we keep going to the how can we conquer them?
I don't know. I don't know that anybody
understand that part. No, they can't even do that. What the hell?
Kenny, I literally heard nobody say how can we conquer them. You're making stuff up. We're just gonna like it.
If you're saying how much more powerful they are, you're thinking
they are because they can travel to another planet and we can't.
Listen, what I'm saying is that in Congress This is not my testimony. This is the testimony of 3 military dudes, a fighter pilot and a couple other people. Their testimony was that the technology is way past anything that they have. That's what they said.
All right. So it's somebody that we can learn from.
Hopefully. Something.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
got a question.
Why
I got a question.
are you stuck on this learn from them stuff? Because nobody said anything about that we wasn't gonna learn from them. I don't understand why
well, if you're talking about are we already under invasion and stuff like that, you are saying.
I asked the question, if the military says that their technology is far superior than what the military has, wouldn't that by osmosis naturally mean that we've already been conquered? Wouldn't that mean that?
I got one question. I got kind of 2 questions. First question is invasion. If I go visit Delaware, am I invading Delaware?
Depending on who you ask.
Or am I just visiting?
No,
Delaware?
you're not.
You asking? Maybe if you step on, go by the koala bear in Australia somewhere, the koala mother's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
I've never invaded any place in the world I've been. I've always visited.
Only our species understands Delaware. Let's say that again.
But let me say this.
Don't give a fuck about Delaware.
So I'm only saying this. Everywhere I've been in the world, I've never said I'm going to invade that place. I'm going to visit that place. So why do we consider them invading us instead of visiting us?
I think I put it that way because they were introduced. This entity, this particular alien entity, was introduced by invaders. Oh, let me say it again. The reason why I articulated it that way is because last Friday, the entity that supposedly is here now, more intelligent, higher technology, was introduced by the colonizers, by the invaders. So maybe that's me just kind of like, because the invaders are introducing the new invaders, the space invaders.
I'm pretty sure they use those words. They talk that way. They talk to scare you. We've been invaded, or like we had a visit from folk. Who's to say where they came from? They could have came from out of the water. They could have came from outer rings that they don't speak on.
Other dimensions.
Other dimensions. But also for this UFO that crashed, you said they found a body.
That's right? What they said. They said they have bodies.
Now, did they DUI these people? Did they drug test them? And if so, do they get citations?
Wow. Right. Well, the problem is, bitch,
you just travel in a dimension, quote unquote, safely, and you got here and you crash.
Listen, we can get into that part of the dynamic right now, because again, the topic is contact, and the topic is contact because Congress had a hearing last Friday about aliens being on our planet and spaceships being here. So here's the deal. Let's get into the actual story.
Yes.
We're talking on alien technology. Let me say it slow. We are speaking on alien technology right now. The idea that you come out decades after all the alien technology has been kind of disseminated all over the planet and say, wow, hey, we found aliens. Well, they're telling us about the aliens through the very alien technology, which is a mind fuck, quite frankly. Like carriage before the horse. You understand me? Like it's another origin story. We are at the beginning. It's my hypothesis that we're at the beginning of another origin story. Meaning, what was last Friday's date? Whatever last Friday's date was, July 31st, whatever. Contact was made, disclosure was made. It was the first time in history. Nigga, like niggas have said, niggas know that life exists everywhere in the universe. But the origin story now will be that the United States has come out and said that aliens, exist. Here's the thing: we're talking on alien technology. Like, and again, because it's my hypothesis that humans did not create this stuff.
No.
That's your hypothesis.
No, my brother. We are the aliens. So yes, we did create. We're talking on our technology that we created. FYI, brother man created this technology. That's
not what my studies bear out. My studies bear out that this is, an origin story that Tesla, that Einstein, that all these folks, all these names, when there are light bulbs on the pyramids. Let me say that again. Einstein can't discover electricity when there are light bulbs on the pyramids.
The pyramids are energy grids.
So you're making my point, though. My point is that the origin stories are that Christopher Columbus discovered something, that Benjamin Franklin discovered something, that Einstein was the greatest at something. These are origin stories, bro, and far from the truth. Far from the truth. So when I say the origin story of the aliens now, and 2023, it's laughable because 2023 is not even a real number. That's not even a real. I mean, come on. Like,
these are facts. These are facts. It's not a real number. 2023 from when? 2023.
Exactly.
When was zero? I've never heard anybody talk about the year 01.
Because it's all origin story, bro. Well, BC is supposed to be before Christ. All this is based on quote unquote Christ. You get 2023 years after Christ. Well, that's why they call it Anno Domini, the year of our Lord.
Sure.
But
I'm still saying.
But number one, Christ is the Son, and the Son has been around forever, for millions of years at the least.
But I'm still saying that nobody, like, where is this from though? You know what I mean? Like, I just lost my train.
Someone started counting one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody.
So when was year 2? I never heard anybody talk about the shit that happened in year 2 or 3.
Well, that's the point. I mean, this is all someone else's conjecture. That's why you can't really lean on the authorship of someone that is not you. Yeah, you can take the counsel of it, but you need to go out and do the work yourself. Yo, here's another question, man. Hassan, do the aliens believe in Jesus or Muhammad?
No.
Why not?
I mean, really, I can't say no. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's be fair. Let's be fair.
I can't say no. They probably no. You know what? I'm gonna say no. Because this is the thing that's just here in this thing. It's not
Earth thing.
It's the Earth thing. I don't think it's another a galaxy thing and stuff. I don't think it has nothing to do with that. I think it's just an earthly thing.
Cronus, are you there, Chris? Are you there, or have you just fallen asleep? Okay, cool. Yeah.
I would say this. There was a Muhammad in one of them ships. So yeah, they said the boy name was Muhammad. He had ID.
Wow.
His ID said Muhammad.
Oh,
Kenny, would the aliens believe in Jesus or Muhammad? Is that a possibility?
It's a very real possibility, but we won't know until one of these big ships come down and either come down and start talking to us or come down and start finishing the domination. So you don't know until they actually are here or they actually make themselves reveal fully.
I think I don't know what you.
Let me ask one question, Dom. Let me ask this one question. So if they did reveal themselves, if they came down and revealed themselves and said, "Yo, that Muhammad and Jesus boy y'all be talking about don't exist," would you believe them?
Oh, they're more advanced.
That's a good question because, again, until they come down and you kind of get to know them, how do you know what they're here for?
Oh my God! Did he just go around this answer too?
No. I think I know
why. Can't you just answer the question?
Who gave us Jesus and Muhammad?
So if they come down, let's say they come down and they say there are no black holes, there are no all this other stuff.
Man, we talking about Jesus and Muhammad, bro. We talking about Jesus and Muhammad. Stop moving the goalposts, bro.
Talk about one without talking about everything.
Well, no. Stop the goalposts, man. We're talking about
you're not moving the goalposts. What you're focusing on. You're focusing on, like, I want to disprove this or that.
He just asked the question. That's all.
What's wrong with that, Kenny? What's wrong with that? Like, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're focusing on. Yes. We're trying to understand.
But my point is, again, you don't know until you know. I mean, until you kind of get to know them. How can you say what is what?
Well, we're just asking the question.
Who did you get to know to make you believe in Jesus?
Oh my word!
Yeah, damn, I knew you was going
I can only
there.
tell you what I believe in.
Right, that's
I
what I'm
got to
saying. Who did you get to know to make you believe in Jesus or
Me.
God?
Me.
Oh, dude.
Me.
Oh.
So wait a minute. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hold on. I gotta do that because
Do that.
Yeah,
do
please
that.
do that. That's
tell
good.
you
Oh,
something.
well, that's gonna break down quick, Ken. I love you, but that's gonna break down quick because you're
How is
not
that gonna break
Yes,
down?
please go there,
also, my
Ken.
nigga. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Get it, Ken. You doing it?
Here, brother. We are advanced. You are not the author of the Bible. Don't do it.
Hold on. It's not that you author what you believe
I got a
is
book
your
for you
faith.
too, then, Kenny. I got a book for you. It's called "The Question Is the Answer." Go live your life by that, bro. You do better.
How do you
I
believe
promise.
that they're sucking air down?
Don't do
How
that.
do you
I
believe
mean, come on, man. We
What?
What? How do you believe that you sucking air every day? You don't know, but you just know. You saying, okay, I'm gonna believe that.
No, I'm not saying that. I told you I'm not a believer. Don't attribute what you do to me. No, I study until I know.
You say and what you
I can breathe. I don't have to think or believe that. I know I can breathe. I'm breathing right now. It's not a belief thing with me, brother. The word
what are
is
you
a bad
breathing?
spell.
What are you? What
You
are
know
you
that you're breathing because your mechanisms that your body's doing. You don't know if the air is actually oxygen though, but you know that you're actually breathing.
'Cause
That's
But
the
who
true
told
thing.
you it was oxygen and you accepted it?
That's what I just said. You don't know if it's oxygen like they told you.
So
That's
the
what I
same
just
way-
said.
The same way I believe I'm sucking in oxygen and expelling carbon
Well,
or carbon
I'll be
dioxide.
honest with you. The word doesn't matter with me. I don't care what you call it, as long as I can suck in and push out and still live. That's what it is. You can
Everybody,
Hey,
you like to say,
Watch
is
your mouth, don't be
everyone's
stressed.
personal pan pizza. Is everyone's personal pan pizza, like you like to say. So you can't say whether or not someone who is, as you say, been here
sign
and been
says
around you. Hold on,
This is
someone
what
that's
Kenny does.
been
This is
here
what Kenny does
and
to us.
been
This is what
around
Kenny
you
does.
He's talking around. I'm like doing the moonwalk around this motherfucker right now.
Kenny
Boy,
Jackson.
No, what I'm asking you is someone who's supposedly been here, been used technology and things like that. How do you trust them? Because if they've been here and haven't revealed themselves in things, how do you know that they're for you or against you?
Well, that's a great question. I love that question. That's
I never said they were.
I'm not saying you saying that, but what I'm saying is, how could you, if they've been here and haven't revealed themselves, then how do you know that they're now revealing truth to you?
I mess with that. And I think Yah's point was trying to make is that, not even trying. I think the point he was making is that, how do you trust anybody outside of self? Hallelujah.
Thank you.
If you didn't come up with the doctrine,
okay, thank you. I just said that.
But Kenny, I'm gonna be honest because I'm listening to everything. Instead of you answering the question, you asked another question. How do you know they're not friends? Instead of just answering the question, dude.
Hold on.
Come on. Nobody even said nothing about that. But why would you deflate to answering some other stuff that don't really matter?
I'm not
He's trying to Jedi trick us. He don't think we're Jedis. He think we can't.
Hold on. The thing is, you're ready to throw all your marbles in on someone or something that
nobody said none of that. We're talking about you're not answering the question. That's about it. It's about you not answering the question. Because whatever, you have the right to believe whatever, but you're not answering the question. You're just going around the question, talking some other nonsense. To be honest,
hold on.
But this show is called Your Opinion Nation.
Told me,
I mean, I said Your Opinion Nation,
or no God or anything like that. Again, how do I know I can trust them?
I agree.
I agree with that too, but that wasn't the question.
Exactly.
But this is what I'm saying. The ones that empowered you or enslaved you and gave you this book and knowledge to read, now you're reading from their words and their education,
their perspective.
For that matter. I definitely don't trust them.
Oh.
So who do you trust? Because again, if someone been here and been around you,
I trust
and haven't revealed themselves. Like you have people in relationships that say, I've known you for 5 years and you've been lying to me, and now they don't trust you and don't want to be with you. So if you telling me you've been here for thousands of years and been so-called feeding that enemy that you've been talking about, feeding them to advance them, so do I trust them now?
I'm with you.
Good point, Kenny. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't trust anyone.
Bong.
I don't trust a person.
Bong.
So what I'm saying is, though, because I think like that, I trust in me and my vibrations and what I know. So what they give me, if it doesn't resonate with me, I'm questioning it. And if they can't give me an answer,
resonation.
If they can't give me an answer, Kenny, then I have to keep going. I have to move forward.
Yes.
But what
the search continues.
But the answer that they give you, you now have to trust in that. So at some point, you either taking a leap of faith, or you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna ride with where I've been. Because like I said, if you've been here, let's put it this way. I'm around, my mom been here, or my mom's son, for 53 years. If my mom all of a sudden whips off a mask and she's a white woman with red hair and all that, I can't trust nothing you've ever told me in life. So what you're telling me is some alien that's been here for thousands of years feeding us this information, I'm now supposed to say everything you told me is true. Is that what you're telling me?
Let's go with that knowledge.
Hold on. Let trust and believe. Let trust and believe. Tell me what he answering to that.
No, let's go with that knowledge. Ken, let's go with that knowledge though. Did your mom tell you, did y'all have Christmas when you was a child?
Uh-oh.
We we did. Okay. But she never told me there was a Santa Claus.
About Santa Claus? These
no,
are yes or no questions. These are yes or no questions. Huh?
She did not.
So did you believe in Santa Claus at one time?
Never really. I mean, I can remember distinctly searching the house for gifts and toys. I never waited for some dude to come down this chimney that we had blocked up.
But did you still believe at one time there was a Santa Claus? Like in one time in your life, for one moment?
No, I didn't. Again, like I said, we searched our house yearly for the toys that we know my mom and pop bought. Now, you know, I always thought
even as a 1-year-old dude, you didn't believe in 2 or 3. You didn't believe in Santa Claus.
How can I say what I believe?
Not even one moment.
Like, come on, what?
At 2 and 3, here's what I believe.
No, Santa Claus.
Hold on. At 2 and 3, this is what I believe. Mom, I just took a crap on myself. I need you to change this diaper. That's what I believed. So when I got old enough to understand, okay, at this time of year, I get some gifts and toys and clothes or something. It never was dropped off by Santa Claus.
Okay.
I believe
Hassan, I had a mother. I had a Christian ass mother that, and I told my mother this like a week ago, as a matter of fact, ironically. My mother, she took me to Santa Claus, but you know what my mother told me from the first time she took me to Santa Claus? She told me that she has to pay Santa Claus. So she took me to the white colonizer dude and let me sit on the pedophile's lap. But then told me that she had to pay dude. So you know what I told my mom? I said, Mom, that's why I never became a Christian. That's why it never clicked, because you gave me game at like 3 years old. You let me know that you got to pay the white dude and you got to pay the dude at church too. What's the difference?
Because every Jesus I seen was white. So you believe Jesus is what do you believe Jesus looked like to you?
I definitely don't believe he was a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude. Was
this the boy he had? Is this the boy in y'all church?
They definitely had.
It definitely was church I was in that had a blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
So you believe the doctrine of the people that showed you a picture of somebody that you're supposed to believe in, and thinking everything they teach.
Thing about church that I've come to see, I can actually sit in a church and I see somebody jump up and start shaking, and then run around and falling all on the ground, and I'm gonna be like, hey, listen, that ain't what I believe. So I'm not gonna
what you mean? What you mean? They do that at the club.
Listen,
Song
different
at the
churches,
club.
different things. Different.
What's
What I've come to learn is I'm not going to knock your thing. It just ain't what I roll with. So, as far as being in churches and seeing some white hair, blonde hair, Jesus, I'm not sitting there worshiping that dude. That's just not my way.
Cronus the
the face might have changed, but his words are the same.
Oh,
You're still reading that same Bible just because you can't see or you're not picturing that face. It's still
You
the
mean
word
the Bible that started in like from Hebrew, Africa, and things like that. That what you tell me?
Ain't no real words in there that's Arabic. Ain't no Arabic words in there like that. You're reading an English book, and a lot of their words their terminologies don't flip over.
We were talking about aliens, man.
We are supposed to be.
We are talking about aliens.
Cronus, let me ask you a question, man. Hey, does this have any implications? Does the fact that the U.S. government has now told the world that they have alien bodies and alien spacecrafts, multiple spacecrafts. Does that have any implications for religion, bro? Listen, I know you to be a pious dude. I know you to be a highly spiritual dude more than anything. But talk to me. Does that have any implications for the religious text of this world that never really talked about aliens unless you can tell me something different? You just muted. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Or dinosaurs for that matter.
I mean, pretty much, like all walks to, higher power says, something created, both the heavens and the earth, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
if there are, planets, then there should be life on those planets. Otherwise, it's just they're taking up space. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just taking up space.
Planets they speak of? Huh?
What
Have
happened?
you been to any of these planets that they speak of?
Oh.
To my recollection, no. Not on.
Have you ever seen a planet?
Not
with
on
your
my
bare eyes. Have you seen a planet with your own eyes?
Empirical evidence, scientific shit.
The only thing I've seen, I've seen sun, moon, and stars.
Oh, there it is.
Right. Now, that if you've seen those things, I can see you believing in them things. But
well, there's nothing to believe in.
But who's to say that's out of our realm? You know what I mean? Like me.
Again, we gonna listen. I got it, but we're gonna stick on the alien thing because again,
that is alien.
Forever now, we've been told that it's tinfoil hat material. Forever now, for all of my life, we've been told that people that speak of aliens is conspiracy theory. You're weirdos. And again, the U.S., when I say U.S., I mean United States government, held a congressional meeting about aliens being on this planet and their spacecrafts also being on the planet. The idea, I mean, it's on every station. It's playing somewhere.
But Dom, is it a big deal? Because if it's a big deal, the narrative will change, right? If it's a big deal, shouldn't the narrative change? The hood women shouldn't be hood anymore. They should be changing. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that is my question. What is the effects? What should the effects be? Like, should we instantly be, more enlightened now that we know that there's other things in the universe besides us, especially they're more advanced? Shouldn't that instantly make us like perk up? Like, whoa, okay, let's stop acting like animals around here.
Yes,
you would think there's company. We got company. The hell's going on? So, okay,
right,
Kenny. Let me ask you this, Kenny. What do you think the end game is? Like. So they've told us that there are aliens. Congress has told us that there are aliens. The military, there are aliens, and that they have some of the bodies, and that there are spaceships. They have those too. What is the end game? Whether we want to believe that story, or whether we think they're setting us up with that story, what do you think that the next step might be? What's coming?
It could be setting you up and softening the blow for them to come floating down and say, "Hey, we've been around for a long time. You just wasn't ready for us." Or get down or lay down. It could be setting you up for that.
But wouldn't God be protecting us?
Oh, see, don't just see.
But who's to say he won't? Who again? You don't. We don't know. That's the faith we got to run under. The faith I run under is there are certain things that's going to happen, and I don't remember reading that the aliens was going to come and subjugate us and things like that, or maybe I didn't interpret it that way. Who's to say? I mean, there's some things that I'm still trying to figure out.
I just find it interesting that we assign the creator of all things a pronoun. I really do. When you think about the creator of all things, like the all and God created the wind and created the planet, but we assign it a gender. I find that just to be so interesting. We got genders because we little, and but the wind doesn't have a gender, but God made the wind too.
We tend to do that. We fall back on what we tend to know.
We crazy for that.
Not that I'm assigning a gender to God. I believe God is way above that. But here's a question I've been wondering.
Do you think God feels disrespectful every time you called him a him?
He very well could.
He very well could.
And wouldn't Jesus feel disrespectful every time you pray to somebody that's not him?
Jay's only 500 years old.
That's not his name?
Well, that's not true, Dom.
What, Jay not 500 years old?
He been here. No, he been here a long time.
No, I said Jay.
All that.
The letter J. The letter J is 500 years old. You know that?
You're saying the letter J?
Yeah. No, the letter J. It's what we're getting at. See, that's the problem, y'all. We got to set this up right.
Emmanuel.
The letter J is only 500 years old, so the word Jesus is not that person's name. And that's the whole point. People are calling out Jesus, screaming Jesus and speaking in tongues, and that's not even that dude's name. First of all, that dude is the son. So let me just get that out right. That dude is the son. But that dude was personified by a dude named Constantine and was made into a man, right? And so, that's the point we're making is why would the letter J is only 500 years old, but this character is supposed to be 2,000 years old.
Let's say them aliens come down and say, we've been worshiping the Son and God and the All.
Kenny, you're moving. No, we're not. Wait, no. That's what we're not.
No, you can't. You can't put fire.
That's what we all do. No. I'm talking about the letter J. I am talking about the letter J and the fact that Jesus is not the dude's name. I am specifically talking to you about something that you can look up.
When they call him Emmanuel,
and that J only came into existence 500 years ago. These are facts.
Okay, so does the world end because of that?
No, the world changes and gets smarter because of that. The world gets illuminated when they have information. The world doesn't stay in the same place when they know something better, or else
in our language, in our translation, in our English, things might be different, but does that necessarily take away from it?
Yes, because if your name is Kenny and I'm calling you Sharif, that's a problem, ain't it? Or you cool with
Sharif? But you going to answer Sharif?
But what does it translate to in different languages? Is your name Dominique?
The letter J was not a thing before 500 years ago, brother. That's what I tell you.
How does your
name translate? His name is Dominique Superstar. They call Prince when he goes to any country. They call Michael Jackson when he goes to any country.
They call him their name.
They have a little Michael
Jackson. Also told you to call him a glyph. So I mean, what I'm saying is, if I go to Japan and they start making some squiggly letters and things like that, and they translate different, does that still?
It really comes. Here's what for me, what it comes down to is, motherfuckers didn't author what they put in their lives on. Like niggas is calling they savior, personal savior, and you don't even know this nigga's original name. You don't even know that the nigga comes from the sun. You don't even know that
that nigga don't like to be called a nigga.
Well, nigga means God. Nigga means God. See, that's what I'm saying. There's an advanced
more
conversation
than he
happening.
like Jesus.
There is an
probably like
advanced
thinking more
conversation
than he like
happening.
Jesus.
And if you don't understand the context, then maybe you sit back and listen, but don't challenge us on things you don't know. That's ridiculous.
Dom, that
You're
ain't the same.
challenging us with beliefs and shit that we know. That's crazy.
Ethiopian king. Is that what you're saying?
What am I saying?
Nagas, it's the
What did
same
you say?
energy. Nagas, it means Nagas, Niggas, Nugun, niggas. It's the same energy. The
Hallelujah.
same thing. It means sovereign king, regardless.
God.
The Nagus, the Naginis.
But
It means
it doesn't.
nigga, same thing. That's why people still say it, because it resonates
Because
to
it's
them.
resonation.
It's not something, because if you think about words that are fucking bad that people don't say, like Hitler, people don't say Hitler. They don't do that because it's bad.
I've been said that.
Nigga is.
I can show you a
it's-
post where I said, let's start saying good morning, my niggas. Things like
People do say that. People do say that.
But don't say good morning, no. Don't say good. Just say grand day. But good morning is like saying happy death.
That's
These
not
words
necessarily.
have meaning.
I'm not putting a U in there. I'm putting.
that has not that. First of all, the etymology of morning means death. The morning, okay, it means death. So regardless of you or not, it means death.
MORN.
Doesn't matter. The etymology means death.
These are spells. You're chanting.
If I said fuck it, do you know if I'm pronouncing it PHUCKET?
Thank you. Thank you. These are spells.
I would say you were in Thailand.
Fuck it.
I've always said.
Fuck it.
I've said I want to go to fuck it. But it's really pronounced Phuket. I mean,
we know what it's pronounced.
Again, I didn't author Phuket either, though. That's the point. If I didn't author it either, I can't live my life by it, bro. That's the point. The point is, if I didn't author it, I have to study it until I know it. And I don't know a nigga named Jesus.
Well, let me ask you a question. Even in your studying, do you always come up with the answer?
Of course not. Life. We're in infinity. Answers might not come until 3 light years away or 3 lives away. I mean, I'm in infinity. I'm not here to know everything in this moment. I know very little. I know nothing, hardly.
So some things you just have to accept.
No. You study, man. Like, what is this? What is this?
I'm saying you don't study, but sometimes in your study, you just say the answers don't come to you right then. So even in the study, you don't always get the answer.
Yes,
so you have to accept.
I agree.
So do you believe? So you will believe whatever you think is right until you figure out it's not? Like, so
That's
if you stand
what you gotta go with. Until
you're standing at a corner thinking
until
like
you definitively don't
bus will come here
Yo, one of y'all time though. One of y'all time. Go ahead. One of y'all time.
Until you a lot of things you don't definitively know. So you just have to go with.
We don't definitively know.
Say that again.
Most things we don't know. Most.
You can use the word most.
What do you actually know?
Again, most things you don't know. A lot of things you don't know.
Most things we don't know.
But you just have to you lean on, okay, this is what I'm gonna go with. You don't know.
You do know if a car goes across the street, you need to you get hit by the car if you go and get hit by the car. You do know that. We know things that are tangible.
You know it's going
we know things that are tangible, but sometimes we're distracted by shit that's not tangible. We all know that. We are distracted about stuff that doesn't really fucking matter.
Hassan is leaning up against a tree right now.
I was just thinking that.
Of course, because we know that. We can see that his back is bent. We can see Hassan leaning up against a tree. Now, if I say that Jesus is behind that tree, I'm going to have to need your imagination, aren't I? Stop playing.
Yeah. No.
Stop playing. No.
You don't
need your imagination to think Jesus.
That's the imagination, though.
Is that imagination?
All right.
It can be. It can be.
Well, I mean, you don't see Jesus behind the tree, do you, or do you?
If you have imaginary friends and stuff,
yeah. I don't know. I just got to go with my understanding on.
Now,
you don't have to go that way. It's just the way I say it.
To start believing at that point. But what we empirically know scientifically is that Hassan is leaning on a tree. We know that because we have eyes to see.
Could be green screen.
Could be green screen. Hassan is in Hollywood. Could be green screen.
There are a lot of things.
Kenny is the serial opposite
No, that's not it. Is what I'm saying is you can say one
He
thing.
ain't opposite. He's just doing the moonwalk, man. He's a
No,
hella
let's-
Michael Jackson impersonator.
So hold on. You
Shit.
say I'm moonwalking. So let's
You
let's
are,
put
man.
Kenny,
let's
you
put
ain't
the-
nothing.
So
You ain't bad. You ain't
hold
nothing,
on.
Kenny.
Let's say these aliens came down and said, "Ain't no such thing as Anunnaki." What Anunnaki? How do those aliens fit into the Anunnaki situation?
Well, listen, we would take their information and be like, okay, y'all know them niggas? Y'all a little more advanced than us. Okay, well, I'll take that information, but I still can't go with it. Like,
How
I gotta just
their
take it as
word for
information.
it? What if they from a planet of liars?
I literally, obviously, you're not listening to what I just said.
This is like
Like,
a kid
Kenny on his
argument.
own script, bro. Like, it don't even matter what we be talking about. Kenny just be on his own script.
Kenny.
I literally just said,
Kenny, hold on. Kenny, if you walked up to me and I didn't know you and say, "Hey, my name is Kenny," I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, Kenny?" Like,
Yeah.
this is what
And
you
how
told
many?
me
And
anyway,
as a
right?
dude, how many times have people? I frequently give people. I have an alias that I go with frequently, and I give that out frequently to people I don't know. But what I'm saying is,
I guess I do have alias. Yeah, I mean, is my alias. So yeah, I guess you're right.
that's
So-
kind of your real name at this point, but yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
But do you go by that name, or do you use the same name all the time?
Yes.
So that is
Yes.
your name. So that is your other name.
Is it my other name?
Yes, it
Or
is.
is it
That's
somebody
what
I
you tell them
created?
to refer to you as.
Do you answer?
If
What do
that's
you
what you
answer
tell
to?
them to refer to you as, that is your other name.
And also, what you answer to is your name, right?
That part. Because if he calls you, if you told him your name was Marcus, he was like, "Yo, Marcus," you'd be like, "Oh, what's up?"
Right.
You Marcus.
You Marcus. So anyway, the point being is that the aliens have been announced. And what I want to know, Chris, can you help me out with this, bro? What's next? Like what does the world look like next? Like what are we doing now? Like again, man, like this disclosure has happened last week. We're post literal United States telling the world that aliens exist and we have their bodies and spaceships. Like niggas is acting like that's just a new episode of like the Cosby Show. This is crazy. Like we so far gone with the technology that's not a big deal to us no more, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, we got, we saw the Jetsons. We saw, we saw Dick Tracy where, he was talking.
The Watch?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, ain't nothing new under the sun.
Ooh, so wait, right there, Chris. You made me want to ask y'all a question right here. So now the aliens are real, Hassan, and their technology is better than ours. It's more advanced than ours. This is what the government has said. This is what the military said. The aliens are here and they have higher technology. The question then becomes, what of this whole civilization? What of every story we've ever heard? You telling me that we haven't been engineered our whole lives then? You telling me that everything we got from TVs to radio to all that stuff ain't been engineered? We got a new type of music every time a new type of technology came along. Let me say it again. In the past 70 years, we've made a new type of music every time a new type of technology came along. Think about it. Rock and roll with the guitar. Two turntables and a microphone when that shit came out. Okay, let's keep going. When technology shifted, our music, our culture shifted. Now, if the technology's from aliens, that means that they've been steering our culture. Talk to me.
That's why Cronus has D'Angelo poster in his background.
Yes. Culture. D'Angelo was signed by the major labels. What is one of my gripes in this world? That the major labels, the machine, didn't put my album out.
Nigga. That's not D'Angelo.
Oh, my bad. That's not D'Angelo. My bad. Is that Sierra? My bad. Oh, that's Sierra. That's not D'Angelo.
Oh, shit.
No, I said D'Angelo.
You already know y'all ain't right.
I was being
Y'all ain't right.
Yeah.
And why is Yah's name closer to God than Jesus? What's that all about? Why does Yah have dreads, vegan, walks the earth righteously? Why is he more like, can somebody help me out? Because his name is Yah. that they say that, and Yah meant yes, but I have a news for y'all too. Yes is what they also give the sun. Yes was also another word for the sun. Follow me. Yah means yes. Yes is another word for the sun. And the son is what they call the son of God. You can do the research. I ain't making that up. So it's funny that Yah means name is closer to what they call Jesus originally than Jesus. And yet Jesus is the son. Okay.
And,
yeah, I know.
Yahshua and Yahweh also is breathing.
Yeah.
Well, what does the sun give you? It gives you infinite breath on the planet. Listen, it all goes back
to information. And
information. And that's one thing that is one of the biggest secrets about the sun. Like, motherfuckers ain't understanding the sun is something so new, supernatural, something so next level. People think the sun just gives us like warmth. Nigga, the sun is alive. And I'm saying it. You see, the aliens are here now. I can say all the real crazy shit that humans couldn't handle 2 weeks ago. The sun is alive, folks. For those of y'all don't know. The sun.
Go look up Blue Kachina. Go look up the Blue Kachina.
It's just time for everybody to get enlightened.
So how does the aliens change your life in make it where you're free now? How does that change you?
Well, I don't know about being free ever, anywhere, but I will say this. I'll let you answer. Y'all, hold on, y'all. Let me answer him. I will say this, Kenny. Let me answer you, Kenny. I will say this. Our lives were changed the moment we got here with the alien technology. The stuff we're using right now. Again, this thing that happened last Friday, to me, is an origin story. They're being introduced right now, but we've been having the accoutrements of this alien thing all of our lives. The television is part and parcel of this alien technology.
Before television,
our whole lives.
What if those aliens tell you,
there was radio,
hey, man,
bro.
we've been watching y'all and we dig y'all development? Because a lot of what you call an alien technology to me just seems like kind of growth and development. We unfortunately keep putting our energy towards nuclear weapons and killing each other. And not
what are we doing? What are we doing?
Wait, hold on, Kenny.
So
that's not true. That's not true. I'm gonna be honest. That's not true, Kenny. I'm gonna say that right now to you. I don't know if you heard of the Tartarian period.
Where we had to bring up the Tartarians.
We had electric cars, we had electric scooters, we had fucking trams that went above this in the air and shit. We had energy that was in the sky. They was able to do all this technology back through the Tartarian period. So we're not as developed like you think we are. We are underdeveloped because they make it so.
All this great development. I said we're growing.
No. The Tartarian period is way better than what we're growing. The Tartarian period that was happened a long time ago is better than the period that we're in right now. The Tartarian period.
So those aliens have watched us digress and now given us information to help us increase again.
Clearly like Kenny, you can deduce this. If we look at a graph of the past 500 years of technological growth on planet Earth, just the past 500 years, that graph would look like a flat line up until about 1880, 1850. It would look like a flat line, bro. And then all of a sudden, it spikes and goes straight up in the air, dude. That's not natural occurrence. A natural occurrence is a slow, gradual line that rises. You feel me? Like, that's a natural progression. But
what leaps and bounds do you feel changed all that? Or what leaps and bounds can you put your hand to?
Something contacting us that is smarter and more intelligent. Something contacting us that is smarter and more intelligent.
Let's just say if you look at a lot of the pyramids and a lot of these hieroglyphs, and they're trying to show you that something is coming here.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's coming from, but it's definitely dealing with ships from back then. And they're showing you people in suits with spaceships and shit like that. And this is over 2,000 years old. That's something. Those stories are true.
And here's my thought. As I laid my eyes on those pyramids and laid my eyes on those hieroglyphs, I can't keep saying it. I definitely feel like we continually get visited, and because we was only at a certain stage, maybe those aliens were like, let me come back to them. So maybe we're getting a lot more visits and a lot more traffic as we progress.
Or
did they give technology? Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't.
Or
we can't say definitive. We can say that we grow a little bit. So, and that's only what I believe. I can't say 100%. This is only what I believe. So you take it for what you will.
No, listen, everyone is entitled to their belief. I guess what I'm saying, though, is that if you looked at a graph of our evolution in the past 500 years, there's clearly a spike just yesterday. And we've been on the planet for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. And so, obviously something recently has happened where we've gone from horse and carriage to drones on Mars, bro. That's a big thing.
Ain't no damn drone on Mars.
I'm sorry, listen. I'm speaking of the story that's being told.
I knew you were going to say that, boo.
Isn't that part of the growth, though, Dom? Where some people were like, "Hey, listen, I know about farming these potatoes and this rice, and I need something that's gonna make that farming easier." So maybe we were in that stage, and then as stages go. Now
okay.
I need to be able to communicate with somebody. So
I like it. Here's my question.
Push towards that.
I like it. Here's my question. I'm on a panel full of very intelligent, melanated men. Let me ask you a question, Kenny. In this lifetime, what have you invented?
Shit
no, you put the wrong one, bro. I'm here to tell you something. I am with intelligent people. Like I don't do nothing but surround myself with intelligence, like high intelligence. And so these people haven't invented. Most of them people ain't invented nothing. They haven't created a new technology per se.
Most of the people walking in the world haven't invented anything.
I've invented some words, my brother.
Well, listen, that is for sure. You are an etymologist. You are a linguist. That is for sure. Now, I was more so talking about a technology. Language is technology, though. But language is technology.
That might not be in me. Again, I don't see everybody walking around like Eureka. I just discovered this and this. So everybody is not going to.
That's kind of my point, Kenny. Is that most people on planet Earth are not highly intelligent. I mean, I'm sorry. I know that humans don't even think they're animals. That's how much unintelligent we are. Humans don't even think they're animals, bro. Like, I'm sorry. It's just like, hold on, let me get it out. The point is if you can't even acknowledge what's on your damn body, and yet you're calling things that you can't even see. So you don't acknowledge that you have a penis like the animal giraffe, but yet Jesus and Muhammad is real. Like, it's just a real distortion of reality on planet Earth, bro. And it's hard for folk that have knowledge to see stuff, to be able to really navigate and speak with folk that necessarily don't know the same information. It gets really hard. But the point.
Let me ask you a question. So
I'm trying to make ultimately, though, is that listen, if aliens are here now, we can't talk over each other. We can't do that. I am the moderator. You got to let me finish. We can't talk over each other. I will let you talk. But the point I'm trying to make, though, is that listen, they have now come out and said that aliens are here. We're not talking about belief. We're talking about matter of fact now. We're talking about, as a matter of fact as you being on this telecast, on this podcast. I mean, are you there or not? So we're talking about something matter of fact, and we're trying to deal with that. What does the world look like now that we know aliens exist? We don't believe it.
Again, I got to keep starting trouble with you because in one hand, you telling me these colonizers, you can't believe them, but then you throwing all your eggs in the basket of these colonizers just told me that aliens exist. Have you put your hands on them? Have you had a conversation with them? Or you going by what they're
right now? I'm putting my hands on it right now, Kenny. You ain't smart, Kenny. You ain't clever like me. Put my hands on it right now, Kenny. You playing, Kenny. Kenny, I'm putting my hands on it right now. Now what? Now what, Kenny? Now what? Moving on. Don't play, dog.
That's what you believe.
I don't believe nothing.
That don't necessarily make it the truth.
Words. Let me say it real sincerely. You're using your primitive words and your primitive knowledge to try to talk to God, bro. That ain't it. I'm sorry. That ain't
all
it.
of us are primitive. I've said that from the beginning. All of us are primitive. But again,
Speak for yourself. Just speak for yourself, because you keep attributing your beliefs to other people, and it's opinionation.
and
You
that's
have
what
your
you
own
do.
opinion.
We all
I have
doing that. That's
my
our
opinion.
opinion. Those beliefs that we attribute, we calling that our opinion. You can
Well,
call it
no,
other words,
what
but
you're
that's our
doing.
opinion.
That's what you're doing. I don't believe anything, brother, and I keep trying to tell you that you can't fathom someone not believing anything. So you keep trying to put your beliefs on me, and I keep telling you I'm not a believer.
That. You can say you don't believe anything, but then you tell me you believe.
I don't tell you I believe nothing. Now, wait a minute, Kenny, you're lying. Now you're lying. I've never told you I believe nothing. What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about,
Just
brother?
because you mingle the words differently doesn't mean that's not what you're
never heard
saying.
me say I believe. Kenny, tell me when I told you I believe something right now. Tell me.
What did you just say you putting your hands on?
The
alien technology, right?
You're not answering my question,
hold
homie.
on.
Yo,
Before you go
bro. Guess what, bro? I'm a moderator.
Hold on. What did you just say you put your hands on?
Question.
Alien technology, right?
Answer my question, Kenny.
What is your question? Let me answer yours, then you answer mine.
My question is, this is the technology, the alien I'm talking about. What did I tell you I believe? Whatever have I told you?
Hold on.
That's my question.
You can say that's the technology that you put your hands on.
You're not answering my question. What have I ever told you I believe in?
You're saying you believe in it when you say you put your hands on that alien technology.
No,
that's saying what you believe.
He's saying he knowing. He's saying he knows.
Yeah. Yeah, you tripping, bro.
That's his opinion. Because that same phone.
I didn't say it wasn't my opinion, but I'm telling you from my point of view what it is, and I'm telling you it's not a belief. So that's fine for you to call it my opinion. We all have.
So is that definitive?
Fine. But don't tell me I told you I believe something, because that's a bold-faced lie, bro.
All right, so hold on. Is that definitive? That all this technology is coming from aliens?
That's my hypothesis. That's my studies. Those are my studies.
That's what you believe. You can call it. You can call it your.
Yeah, you see this? Hey, fellas, you see this? You see that I'm telling this guy I have studied and I've come to a hypothesis and that I know something, and that he's like, well, that's what you believe, nigga. That is your elementary mind. That is your elementary small mind, brother.
That's me.
You're not gonna be able to do this. You're not gonna be able to come to knowledge with belief, bro. You're not gonna be able to battle knowledge with belief. Sorry.
So what makes that? Tell me what makes what you think or what you've so-called come to study, and have you conclusively proven that this stuff that you study is conclusive?
No, you ain't asking me a question. Ask me a question, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
I just asked you a question.
What's your question?
Have you conclusively proven that the technology we have comes from aliens?
What I've done is I've studied the idea that human beings have 5 fingers, a torso.
Hold on, let me cut you off.
Let me finish my dude. You're not going to do.
You running around like you told
me. That's not
what
you're going to do, Kenny. Kenny, I will silence you. You're not going to do that. You're not going to ask me a question and then try to filibuster, bro, because you're scared of the answer. You're not going to do that. I'm ready for you. Here we go. I've studied the idea that an intelligent force called humanity has 5 fingers, 5 toes, a torso, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head on top. I've studied the concept that humanoid could be abundant throughout the galaxy, but I know right here on this particular plane of existence that there's an intelligent being called humanoid, and that's its position. Now, there's something else intelligent in the room with me, and I'm touching it right now. Why do you say it's intelligent, Dom? Now, I've gone over this, but I'm going to go over it again. I use electricity to have this conversation with intelligent people and ignoramuses. This computer, this light, that TV uses the same fundamental element that this primate is using that calls himself God to have this conversation. Now, at the end of the day, brother, I've studied until I know. I happen to know that this is life. I know that, but I know that the sun is alive too. Some people don't know that. Some people don't know that. Some people believe, some people know. What do you know? I'm not a believer.
You
Stop
haven't told me that,
attributing
John.
minuscule mind to my God mind.
You're telling me what you're telling what again, we're gonna circle and circle and circle and circle.
No, we don't have to do that. We
No, we're
don't
not.
have to.
No, we're not.
Look, let me say something. I know what I do know is that if these so-called smartest people on the planet that they consider smart or as smart as they are, why would they create something that can kill everything on the planet, including themselves, like an atomic bomb or any type of bomb for that matter?
Because we
and
fallible.
they're considered the smartest people in the world.
Oppenheimer. His name Oppenheimer.
Yes.
We and you can say you can talk about that again. I can't defend people who you can say somebody who invented something as small as a hammer helps someone in life somewhere. So it all depends on what you're looking at as
intelligence, right? As intelligence. Because
as intelligence.
there's levels
somebody might have said, you know what? If I put that round wheel, if I make that wheel round, it moves faster. It moves easier. So it really comes to.
Are there square wheels out there? I
don't know. But somebody said if I take this, maybe take this rock, or I take this wood or I take something and I shape it into a certain angle, I can move things faster and easier.
Hassan, why now, Hassan? Why has the government, government means mind control. Unmute yourself, bro. Why has the government now come out and told the world that aliens exist and that they have alien bodies in planes or alien ships? Why now?
That's a good question. I would say to lessen the blow of, I don't know. I guess I don't know. That's a good question because I'm like,
are we being set
Project
up?
Blueprint. It could be a setup with Project Blueprint that's going to come in 2024. It could be, but it also could be like a fear tactic.
Okay.
It could be the fact that they're supposed to. We had that timeline that people need to know.
Okay.
Because everything's really about energy and timeline. Because why hasn't they talked about this stuff a long time ago? We wasn't ready for this information, based on the fact that how we've been programmed so deeply. We wasn't ready, so they came up with this information a long time ago. We're in the age of information now, so there's people seeing all this stuff. Just imagine they wouldn't have came out with this stuff if people wouldn't be so. There are people who have shifted their construct.
I've been groomed all my life. All my life, I've been groomed.
Yeah, we have, but Dom, there's now people that know about more shit.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's what I mean. We've been groomed.
Yes. Yeah. Like people know about chakras and shit. There's people who know about more information. It's not just limited at where we've been at.
So the blow is not as explosive because we kind of have a little bit of information to help us with that revelation, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Cronus, why now? Like why now? Like literally the US government last Friday came out of their face, had a whole hearing, 2-hour hearing, bro. You can look at it on YouTube right now. Anybody that hasn't seen it, you can look at it on YouTube. 2-hour hearing. Why now? Why are they literally saying aliens are real? We got bodies, we got spacecraft. Why now?
Excuse me.
Because didn't they? My bad, not to cut you. Didn't they have it 3 weeks ago? So why now? Why are they releasing the information now?
Yeah, they had it for a grip. So
right.
You know what I mean? Sleight of hand.
Oh, whoa.
You know what I mean? New World Order's around the block done. So you know what I mean? Could be something coming down.
Page?
Could be something coming down the pipe way greater later. You know what I mean? So get this now. This is what y'all been itching.
You've been itching for that sci-fi movie.
You've been itching to know about this. So I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Sci-fi no more.
Ain't sci-fi, and that's my point. Ain't sci-fi. We in the sci-fi movie. Yeah. To Cronus's point, in 1980, I remember seeing this myself. I don't know if you ever saw this, Hassan. Ronald Reagan gave a speech at the UN, and this motherfucker said, "Yo, you know, if we would probably be unified if an alien force came to the planet." Like he said that, and we had a one world government. You know, we would. So like that was the plan. That was their game plan all along. And look, these folks, they take their time with it, man. They set you up right. You understand me? Listen, let me just say this. 9/11. There was some funny business with some technology we don't know about. And the weird thing is, if I say, if my hypothesis is that all this technology comes from the aliens, that means that potentially they helped 9/11. But I digress, and because that's a whole wormhole. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it'll sound weird and crazy. But somebody know what I'm talking about. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Listen, let's go around the room, man. It's been a spirited conversation as usual. Kenny has been the champion of Mr. Opposite as usual. He loves that position. Don't feel sad for him. Kenny loves being the opposite. It's a rock star position. Rock star. Yo, Chris, tell them where they can find you getting your bank information together while being on podcast. I didn't give out your bank account number, brother. But sure, it's okay. Wow, really? Really? You know what? You could be visually muted, my nigga. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing.
He got the froze joint.
He got the froze. He frozen on his joint. Like, yeah, he's frozen. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. This nigga was Freezy Wonder. Freezy Wonder. Tell them where they can find you, my niggas.
Catch me on Instagram. Cronus the Ill, KRONISTHEILL. Twitter, Threads, Facebook, all that. Getting busy in the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kendo Mickens. Kendo, we love your points of view, bro. Listen, your points of view help to galvanize our conversations. That's real spit. I promise you. Listen, you don't get great conversation when everybody's saying the exact same thing. So when I tell you that your point of view is necessary and needed, regardless of whether we agree or not, trust and believe you are a valuable member. Where can they find you?
Accepting my oppositeness.
It's been that way since Kamak Street.
It's not opposite. I like to ask questions.
And I love that.
We don't have the same view. I just want to know where your mind at.
Yes, sir.
And why we always have to think a certain way.
Well, we don't.
It's opposite point of view. It's sometimes let's see where we at with it. So
I got you.
When we wonder about aliens, I don't know if it changes my life. I'm still gonna get up for work tomorrow and still gonna have these bills rolling in. Still gonna be planning my vacations.
But but wait, to your point.
Can I say this? I got a nice cruise I'm going to go on. Could the aliens not go changing nothing until I do that?
Yeah, that's my whole point. It's like, shouldn't everything change? Like, why do we still have to pay bills if the aliens are here? I'm on that. Wait a minute. The aliens are here. Why do we have bills?
Hold on, Tom.
Taxed too. I'm gonna see them. I'm gonna need to see them motherfuckers getting taxed too.
Right.
So here's the thing, though, Dom. You just said you heard Ronald Reagan say, if aliens came down, then we become one government. Maybe this is their master plan moving into existence.
That's the point I was making, is that listen,
maybe there are no aliens. So
for my money, Kenny, what's happening is a misdirection. See, I'm a writer, bro. Like, and again, it's whatever. I'm a writer, and when you write, sometimes you write a plot where the beginning starts beginning, middle, end, or you may show shades of the middle or end at the beginning and then go to the middle. Like, I'm a writer, and what I'm trying to say is that I can see this shit. Like, this is misdirection. They're giving us an origin story. We're already dealing with alien technology. Like, again, you can't think straight or linear. You got to think chess, not checkers. And at the end of the day, I'm a writer, and I could just see game. And for what I'm studying, this announcement last Friday is just origin story, but we're already surrounded by the aliens. We're surrounded by anything that's using electricity that's not human. or not a lion is alien. So, and it's alive. It's alive like me and you. We're just not looking at it like that because it's not me and you. But that's just my take on it, that, you know, it's already here. It's just that they're giving us an origin story like Einstein or like Benjamin Franklin or like Christopher Columbus. And we know that those are bullshit stories. It's happening again. Here we are again. But yo, tell them how they can reach you, Ken.
Let's go with on Facebook.
Yeah.
As how am I? Kendu Mickens?
Can do.
Not Marcus Tillman.
Not Marcus.
No, I can't. I don't want to put my alias out there because then people will know, and when I give it to them,
Yeah.
you know, so I keep that under wraps, like, you know.
Funny.
But just, you know, if Mr. Sanderson ever should call you,
Wow. Yo, Hassan must have the break.
yeah.
I don't know what happened. You dropped out, but let me give Hassan a proper shout out. We juice, we live, we love wejuice.com. You can catch your freshest juices. He makes them himself. They're delicious. I've had them for years now. So go peep him out. Also, Yah has a sick company called Wet. It's a water company. Yeah, it's a sick name, Wet. You understand? And it's like the pH value is very high. You know what I'm talking about? IP is high. Bong bong. And so check those out. These are independent melanated owned companies, you know what I'm saying, that we should all support. And you know, the aliens are here now.
Hey, don't I get a word in? Don't I get my last word?
Oh, my bad. I didn't go to you, bro.
No, man.
My bad. Hassan threw me off. Yeah, tell them where they can get that Wet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? West Philadelphia, born and raised in the playground is where I smoke all of my hate. Hey, look, y'all mean all world, y'all mean on the gram, y'all mean all world on the Facebook. And also big up to who just came in and crashed out. And them boys. They just
What? Hey, yo.
That's the alien boy's name.
The boys from Planet Zorba.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the aliens.
The aliens.
It's wild. It's wild. Listen, we flirted with the idea. Earlier this year, I told y'all I saw some weird stuff on the moon, like crazy stuff we've seen in the sky. We flirted with it, and 6 months later, I mean, can you make this up? 6 months later, the government is like, yeah.
First of all, before that, what you see when you was in Philly a couple of years ago, like I think I've seen some shit flying.
I've seen some shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Okay. So, yo, man.
I've known some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah. Listen, the conversation will continue because they're here now. We're not alone. They're here now.
We are not alone.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this small question.
What up?
Because it is a big universe out there. It's a big world. A lot of planets, a lot of suns, a lot of stars. I mean, so what if in these cats that crashed, what if we got the dumbasses? How much are we going to learn from them? Because I'm pretty certain some is made way more advanced than others. And if they, like you said, if they came all the way here, they have the technology to travel distances, but yet somehow got here and crashed.
I hear you. That part of the story don't really stack up. But even if they are the dumbasses, they're probably way more smarter than Becky and Shaniqua and Leon and Bubba.
Fuck that.
But wouldn't it be disappointing?
Smarter than Joe and
Putin.
I mean, all of these and your boy Glitch McConnell.
McConnell.
But what if they just smart enough to? Hey, listen. All I learned is how to move this place to that place.
I hear you. But you know what? That would still be smarter than most of our planets.
They made it here.
They made it here.
So my thing too. Fuck page 1. Turn to page 4 and 5.
Right. What's happening down the line? What's the story going to reveal? Yeah. Well, look.
They still ain't. They might. They might have been giving out the list of the names they found for the island.
Listen here, that could have been the case. But one thing's for sure, since they're here now, we can speak about them again. We don't have to believe in them anymore. Oh my God, we don't have to believe in aliens anymore because now it's been said that they're real. They're here. Wow, that's deep. Wait a minute. The aliens got here before Muhammad came back. How's that happen? Wait a.
Yo, what if that is?
What if that was Muhammad? But they said, but no, it can't be that because they said the aliens they're not live. They're not alive. So Muhammad would be alive. Jesus would be alive.
Well,
So,
he was when
like
he got
the
here.
aliens came back before Jesus came back.
They were alive in the atmosphere. They did.
I got questions, man. It just don't. It seems weird. It seems weird that the aliens would get here before Jesus get here. That just seems. But I'm gonna digress because it's time to move on. And we will see everyone again next week for another riveting. I promise it will be another riveting conversation on Opinion Nation. But until then.